Yo, what is up everybody, Chuck here, and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. In this video, we are going to be counting down the top 10 rarest Pokemon Go sightings over the past week. There are a couple sightings from the grass event, although it didn't produce insane sightings like previous events have done, which is kind of disappointing. But nonetheless, we got a bunch of ridiculous sightings, so what I want you guys to do is real quick, give the video a thumbs up. You can dislike it later if you hate it. On to the countdown. We're going to kick it off with an honorable mention for Michael, and the sighting isn't great, but it just looks really cool because there's two yellow and black Pokemon. Anyway, now on to the actual top 10. We're going to kick this countdown off with a sighting from Jacob, or actually multiple sightings. He claims that this place that you're about to witness has spawned all of these Pokemon in one day. That would make this basically the rarest place ever. So here it is. First up, he saw a Donphan. And you can tell that it's all the same area because of that weird road that looks like a Pokeball with a hook coming out of it. There was another Donphan, and then a Crobat later that night, and then also a Dragonite that spawned off of an incense right there. Now, Jacob, even if that wasn't all spawned in one day, that's still pretty crazy that they all happen in one spot. So thank you very much for sending that one in. We all want to know where that is, though. On to number 9. We got a sighting sent in by Jack, courtesy of the grass event. This is kind of what we were all hoping for. Here it is. He ran into a bunch of Oddish, a bunch of Hoppip, a Bulbasaur, a Weepinbell, Victory Bell, and a Venusaur. Awesome sighting, Jack. Now, I know I said there weren't too many incredible spawns from the grass event, and it may just simply be because there aren't very many great grass Pokemon in Pokemon Go, but here are two of the best. Sent in by Gabriel. In at number 8, we've got a Venusaur and a Meganium at the same spot. Now that is impressive. I spent an entire day literally tracking down rare Pokemon, and not once did I find two on top of each other or anywhere near each other, so that awesome. Moving right on to number 7, we got a sighting sent in by Jay Vlee or something like that. And there are very few Pokemon in Pokemon Go that I have yet to see in the wild, but this is one of them. Here it is. You ran into a Nidorina, a Wobbuffet, a Blastoise, and a Donphan. And Donphan's the one that I have not yet encountered. I believe the only Pokemon I have not seen in the wild yet are Donphan, Ampharos, and Togetic. Those three, Donphan, Ampharos, Togetic, I haven't seen any of them. Now, moving on to number 6, we've got the sighting that we were all hoping for from the event. Now, Meganium and Venusaur is pretty cool, but we've had Venusaur in the game for a while, and we're probably all kind of sick of seeing Bulbasaurs and stuff after that event. So this is kind of a relief. Here it is from Alex. 2 Meganiums at the same Pokestop. Wish we had an actual screenshot of that Pokestop, but nonetheless, 2 of them nearby at the same time. Incredible. Now, the grass event wasn't great to everybody. I happen to have pretty good luck because I was driving around hunting rare Pokemon down, but what I'm really looking forward to is I don't know. What kind of event do you guys think Pokemon Go needs? Now, Fire would be dope, but then there's really just Typhlosion and Charizard, maybe Arcanine, that'd be it. Let me know below what you guys think would be an awesome idea for a summer event. Moving on to the top 5, and here we have a sighting that features 2 of the Pokemon that I've never seen in the wild. Here it is, sent in by Walter, a Piloswine, a Donphan, and a Togetic. Very cool sighting. Togetic is one of those Pokemon that's extremely rare, but not extremely useful. Kind of like unknown. I'm just waiting for the day we get a sighting sent in that features a Togetic and a Tyranitar at the same time, because you're going to get number 1. Moving on to number 4. Now, as much as I hate one of the Pokemon in this next sighting, I'm sure you guys can guess which one that is. A hint, it's not Zubat. The other 2 Pokemon definitely make up for it. Here it is, sent in by Tom, a pretty ridiculous water sighting that features a Mantine, a Vaporeon, and a Lapras. Now, Vaporeon, I haven't seen in the wild since probably the first month that Pokemon Go came out. I used to see evolutions all the time in the wild, and now they're just nowhere. Tom, awesome sighting. Hopefully you didn't waste any Pokeballs in that Mantine, because they're not worth it. Now, moving on to the top 3, and I just realized while looking at this sighting that there is one more Pokemon I have not encountered in the wild, so here it is. 2 more Pokemon that I've never seen. Sent in by Zane. Sorry about One Direction, by the way. He ran into an Ammonite, a Hitmontop, a Houndoom, and an Ampharos. Now, I haven't seen a Hitmontop in the wild either. An Ampharos is one of those Pokemon that just looks so cool, and every time I find a Mareep, I'm so happy, but I just haven't seen an Ampharos yet. Maybe someday. Thank you very much, Zane. Now, on to number 2, we've got a sighting sent in by Tank, and right when I saw this sighting, I was like, oh my god, that is the park that I go to make videos all the time. Upon further research, it isn't, but I can still pretend it was because it's awesome. Sent in by Tank, he encountered an Eevee, a Pidgeotto, a Venusaur, and a Dragonite. Now, I'm assuming this was during the grass event, simply because Venusaur is pretty rare to find in the wild, and actually seeing these Pokemon in the wild is way better than just having them show up on your nearby list, because that means you actually went and tracked them down, so props to you. And on to number 1. I'm a total hypocrite because number 1, they didn't actually track these Pokemon down, but this nearby list is impressive. Just promise me one thing, when you see it, you're not going to delete the Pokemon Go app from your phone, okay? Promise? Promise? Okay, good. Here it is, this week's number 1 sighting sent in by Brad on Instagram. A Ladian, an Aerodactyl, a Slowbro, a Totodile, a Clefairy, and a Dragonite. And a Zubat. Brad, congratulations, you definitely deserve this week's number 1 spot. If you guys want to send in any of your sightings, whether it be from the event or maybe the water event from a while ago, send them to me on Twitter and Instagram. I've got links below. All you have to do is send me a DM. I love you guys. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you have not already. Leave me some suggestions as to what you think Pokemon Go should do for a summer event. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe if you like Pokemon Go. If you're not new here, turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. Whew, I'm out of breath. Take it easy, guys.